All right. Good things come to those who wait. And those of y'all who wait while I'm late, y'all got some good things coming, man. Here we are. This is proof that good things come to those who wait, because y'all waited for me, and now we about to start the show. Let's get into it. Yo, what up? It's your man, Big Brandon Carter, up in this bitch. Sorry, I was a little late. All right, this time I had a good excuse. We were trying to fix some of the audio, trying to make improve the audio quality of the podcast. And the audio interface we use is called the Rodecaster or some shit. And there's something in there called a de-esser, which makes the sounds less harsh on your ear. So we was adjusting the de-esser. So I had to keep saying words with S in it. So I was like, Sally saw super sexy slut shaking something on the south side sex salon, words like that over and over again as Nima was tweaking the de-esser. Let us know if it sounds better, if there's been improvements. I'll do it one more time. No. All right, listen. We got a lot to talk about today, man. This is going to be a great episode. Help you accomplish your goals, make money, improve your money, muscle, and mindset. That's what this podcast is all about. That's what Victory Talk is all about. And y'all the victinators. So it's safe to assume that you came here because you want to improve your money, your muscle, and your mindset. And that's all we're going to talk about today. All right. I ain't got no guests. I'm doing this one solo, right? It's just me and Nima, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nima, handling the production. You like the producer. You a producer, man, like P. Diddy. You like the P. Diddy of this operation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, my fault. Maybe not that kind of producer, because you're not producing music. You like the Harvey Weinstein of this operation, man. You producing, man. Shout out to Nima. You know what I'm saying? Super producer.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. The Iranian Harvey Weinstein. Producing the hell out of this shit. You heard? All right. So I'm sure y'all trying to learn right now. That's why you tuned in, because the more you learn, the more you sperm, or whatever Ty Lopez was saying. All right. So we're going to get into it. But first, we got to have a word from our sponsors. Man, the sponsors. The first sponsor is the newsletter Big Money Methods. This is the newsletter that accompanies the Victory Talk podcast, right? It's like, it's written by me and the homie Sean. I don't like when people name Sean spell their name like this, because that's seen. It defies English language, but whatever, man. We gonna let it roll. The big homie Chris, you know what that is. And then, me. I'm writing articles, man. This is all about the benefits of sardines and why I eat them. Those of y'all know, man. Eating sardines twice a day, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. All right. It's a free newsletter. So I want you to go click the link, put your email in here, right? And subscribe to the newsletter. And then twice a week, you're going to get emailed the new articles, man. You can read them, help you expedite your balling, right? You know what I'm saying? Take it to the next level. All right. Do that right now. Next sponsor is Thot Repellent. Thot Repellent. That's what it was supposed to look like. As you can see, it's very durable. All right. I didn't drop it on an accident. I was trying to show the durability of this thing, man. That's what I'm saying. Because you're going to need something strong, because these thoughts are getting stronger and stronger. They're becoming more powerful. They're sneaking past our defense mechanisms, right? And the only thing that's going to stand in your way, the last line of defense, is going to be thought repellent, to keep the thoughts away. We seen what happened to the big homie Fresh, man. Shout out to Fresh, man. Shout out to Fresh. I ain't trying to pour gas on that fire, man, but you know, listen, that's what happens when you let the thoughts infiltrate your infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens, man. You can't, you know, because these women, man, they're mental terrorists, right? You can't negotiate with terrorists, right? You can't negotiate with terrorists. I don't have to tell you, Nima. You know what I'm saying? You gotta leave. Nima said, I'm not negotiating, I'm out. Thought repellent. Easy to apply spray to keep the holes away. All right. And so this is just a prototype. All right. It's not going to be this big. You can get this on an airplane. You know what I'm saying? You can't, what are you going to carry this around in your hand? It's not like Raid, right? You're going to spray it on yourself and the thoughts will be repelled. They won't be able to get next to you. They might go into convulsions or something, you know? All right. So we're going to, in the next 2 to 3 months, this is really going to come out. It's a real product. It's not a joke. All right. And they're going to be smaller sizes, travel sizes, FDA approved sizes. That's why you can bring it on the planes. You know what I'm saying? You can bring it. You can travel around the country, the world, the planet Earth with it. You know what I'm saying? And all your super chats go towards the development of the travel size thought repellent, right? Because this is just too large. You know what I'm saying? It's durable, as I proved before. As I proved that. That's what I was just trying to show you. It was a demonstration, right? All your super chats goes towards research and development. We're done researching. Now it's just development of thought repellent. This is really coming to market. It's not a joke. They think I'm joking. They think we joking, Nima. It's always a joke.
Guys, this is actually coming to the market.
It may have started as a joke, but everything in my life is kind of a joke until it's not. Right? Damn, I should move to Miami so I ain't got to save, so I ain't got to pay New York State taxes. Now it's not a joke no more. You know what I'm saying? Man, I should start a YouTube page about fitness. Nigga, you funny. It's not a joke no more. You know what I'm saying? We should have a baby. Psst, not a joke no more. I got one. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. All right. So and this is another one. Started as a joke, but now it's not. This is really coming to market with help from you and your super chats. And I think before we get into some of the heroes have already donated to Stop Repelling, man. I think there's a ton of them, man. All right, let's get into it. Let's just start. I'm gonna start answering super chats. All the super chats will be answered. We got to get Stop Repelling out, man. Because listen, every day another baller falls victim to one of these stops. We lost a soldier recently. Fresh, man. You know, like listen, Fresh. We still with you, man. Wakanda forever. You know. All right, what's up? What we got?
Okay, let's start with this one.
Mm-hmm.
BZ is saying, BBC, how much water should I be drinking? I weigh 180 and I'm 30. I switched to very low carb diet.
Nice.
And I noticed I have more energy. What's up with that?
That's what's up. That's what's up. He has more energy. That's fucking normal. Because when you're following the traditional Western diet, you're consuming carbohydrates, and those carbohydrates get converted into glucose, and that's the fuel your body's running on. In the absence of glucose, right, your body will start turning fat, either fat that you consume or fat on your body, into what's called ketones. Your liver converts it into ketones, and then that's the new fuel your body will run off of. See, the problem with glucose is it's a fast burning fuel. You get what I'm saying? And it causes there's a few things. One, you can run out of glucose, right? Because you can only store so much in your body. In fact, if your blood glucose levels go above 110, your pancreas will secrete a hormone called insulin, and that insulin's job is to flush out the excess glucose so you don't fucking die, right? The problem is it will flush out the glucose indiscriminately, and it'll lead to a crash. Scientific term for that is the itis. Right, and that's why you get tired after you eat. You may notice that you don't experience that anymore, right? And that was one of my main things. One of the main reasons I stayed in keto, right? So it's normal to have more energy. In fact, initially some people may have difficulty sleeping because they got so much energy. It's like they're not tired. It's just fuck, I'm up, right? hey man, it's time to start getting to work. You might not need as much sleep. You actually might not need as much sleep. I digress. How much water you should drink? Man, I forget. I got to memorize the formula, but I watched Huber Whiteman's episode on water, and I did the math for me, and it was about 104. It was 140 ounces. That's what Huber Whiteman did. You know what I'm saying? But okay. All right, so Nima, man, the best producer in the world, man. You producing this shit, man. I'm telling you, you like all the great producers. Harvey Weinstein, P. Diddy. You one of the best producers. You like it's like the holy trilogy of producers. Harvey Weinstein, P. Diddy, Nima. All right. Best producers in the game. All right. Huber Whiteman, PhD, across the literature. What'd he say? Okay, that's for research. Well, you read it, man, because people like, if they hear our Iranian say it, they're gonna take it more seriously. I sound like a slave.
Come on, it's a tweet I'm referring across the literature. It's from Andrew Huberman actually. Across the literature, the average suggestion on how much water to drink each day, independent of intake during exercise, is 8 ounces per waking hour for the first 10 hours of the day, then 5 ounces per hour thereafter. Not necessarily on the hour, but on average. In heat, obviously, drink more.
Hey, man, that's from Andrew Huberman, read by Nima. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you know it's fact, man. It's fact check. All right. Shout out to UL Busy. You know, what else we got? What else? I'm reading all the super chats today. He's back.
He's back again, back to back. He's saying, BBC, I know you're pro fab, but the red pillars believes it kills testosterone. Do you believe that, G?
No. There's no data to suggest that, right? You know, like, listen, man. These motherfuckers will tell you if you stop jacking off, you'll be fucking flying around the world and shit. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a time, 2020, year was 2020. There was a pandemic going across the world, a plandemic across the world. Everything was shut down, you know? And man, I was alone by myself, man, for months at a time in Manhattan. And I did a lot of masturbation during that time, man. But that same year, I made more money than I ever made in my life up until that point. I've since exceeded it, of course. Right. So like I still accomplished all my goals. I did a bunch of dope shit, jacked off every day. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because there was no women around, right? Everybody was scared of the fucking plandemic. All right. Manhattan was looking like I Am Legend, you know? All right.
Patrick is asking, yo, Brandon, do you got a framework for making hard decisions? I'm a pretty indecisive person, and it's been holding me back.
All right. Here's a framework for all right. In this video, I'm going to break down a framework to help you make decisions, right? Somebody who's indecisive, maybe you're apprehensive, maybe you're not sure what your next move should be. I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you my framework where I assess the options that are presented for me, and it allows me to make the best decisions, right? And I have a staggering track record of amazing decisions, you know what I'm saying? Which has allowed me to build several multi-8-figure businesses, flex on the haters, and stun on the hoes for about 4 decades straight. All right. I forgot to plug this up. I'm gonna give y'all the decision-making framework. Let me bring up. We were working on the other shit, the de-esser. No, we don't need an intro for this because this wasn't planned. All right. So it kind of looks like this. All right. So, okay. First of all, there's 2 things, right? Either are you scared to do something, or are you trying to figure out the best option between 2 things? Those are 2 different subjects, right? You have 2 different. Okay, so it's like either a lot of decision making. Okay, let me start with that over. A lot of decision making is you want to do something, but you're scared. You're trying to see if the best move. Or alternatively, some people, they're not necessarily afraid to make the next move. They just don't know which move to make out of a few options that are before them. I'm going to cover both of them. So let's say you scared. We're going to cover the fear one. This is the fear matrix. This is the fear matrix. All right. So you want to kind of look at it like this. So on this axis, it's will it kill you? Kill you. Because we want to put things in perspective. Will it kill you or someone else? You know, would it kill you or someone else? I'm not going to write all that, but you know, you take your own notes. You know what? I'll draw it like this. Can kill you. Can't kill you. All right. That's on that axis. That's the kill axis, the death axis. All right. Then we have, it may not kill you, but it may really suck. Right. It may be something that you don't want to sustain. So we're going to put on this axis, we have the tolerable axis. So is it tolerable? Like, would the pain be tolerable or would it be intolerable? Right. So we have tolerable. Yeah, I'll put it up here. Intolerable. Right, because something may kill you, but let's say you like lose, it won't kill you. Something may not kill you, but it's like, oh, you lose an arm. It's like, I don't necessarily want to lose an arm over this shit. Right. So what I want you to do when you're working with the fear axis, I want you to think, what's the worst that can happen? Let's think about the worst case scenario of you making this decision. Like, what is the absolute worst case scenario? Like, don't try to make it seem better than it is. Like, think about if everything went wrong, everything that could go wrong does go wrong. Under those circumstances, can it kill you? Like, can you lose your life over it? Or will someone else die? Right? Or is it something, you know, the consequences are not lethal, right? Nobody's going to die. Nobody's going to die. All right, cool. Right. Then I want you to say, it may be, just because no one dies doesn't mean, you know, you want to live with the results, right? So is it intolerable? Is it intolerable or intolerable? I may have said that word. I want to make sure my is It's like, I'm confused now. I'm gonna look stupid. All right, we're gonna go with, for grammar's sake, we're gonna change the sorry editors to intolerable. Depending on what it was in some dictionaries. We saw it in some dictionaries. We're gonna go intolerable. All right. I think we're safe with that one. All right. All right. So just because it won't kill you doesn't mean something you want to tolerate. So is it intolerable? Oh. Like you're going to be in a wheelchair forever or some shit, you know? Or is it tolerable? All right, you can handle it. Okay. So, and then you just look at it. Hey, man, is it going to if it's going to kill you or anyone else, we probably don't want to do, that's intolerable. Probably not going to do it. Now, it may kill it may kill someone else, and maybe you're cool with that. But I suggest that you don't do it under those circumstances either. Right? So anything to the left of that axis, we're not going to do. We're not going to risk death. We're not going to risk our lives or the lives of anyone else. Right? Then it's like, okay, can you live with it though? Can you live with it? If not, then don't do it. If you can, hey, then you do it. Right? And you do it. And that really, we just want to put it into perspective, like some life or death shit, because you may be scared of some fucking bullshit. Oh, what are they going to think about me? People are going to laugh at me. I'm going to lose some money. Oh, you can make some money back. Oh, they're going to laugh at you. They're going to laugh at you no matter what. I'll be embarrassed. You're going to be embarrassed no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like this, people are going to hate on me. Listen, nobody gets unanimous praise. They killed Jesus, Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, man, he kept the United States together, saved the world, freed the slaves, saved the United States. He saved the world. He saved the Union, freed the slaves. I ain't never gonna do nothing that dope, and they killed that motherfucker for it. So, I don't think that the haters are gonna come after me too, no matter what. All right. So cool. You're gonna do it. Now, let's say you have two options. Or maybe just one option. There's two options. So what I like to do is I like to look at first order consequences. Making them black. So first order consequences. Hold on. Second order consequences. This is going to be consequences. So I don't want to write that word mad times. First order consequences. All right. Second order consequences. And I'll go all the way to third order. So what you might be saying, hey, what is the fuck does that mean, Brandon? I'll tell you. All right. So first order consequences are like the immediate consequences of the decision of what happens. For example, let's say Nima, the producer of this podcast, the producer of this episode, let's say he decides not to show up today. All right. So first order consequences is oh man, there's no pod today. There's no video today. Second order consequences is he loses his job. Third order consequences, he can't pay rent and he's homeless and gets deported. Right. So it's basically second order consequences can be looked at as the consequence of the first consequences, and then third order is the consequence of the second consequences, right? So you just want to like look into the future, right? Kind of look into the future, and then it might make sense to run that through the fear matrix. Once you've really planned out the first, second, and third order consequences, then run it through the fear matrix. All right. Can you tolerate the worst that can happen? All right, cool. Then you still do it. But then the third step you have to do is you have to you put a game plan in place to prevent this. Right. Just, what I'm saying? You want to have backup plans. And when I say backup plans, I don't mean it like most people mean it. Right. Most people mean, oh, I'll do something else. No. We have another way to accomplish the same goal. Right. So when I think of backup plans, I just think another path to the same goal. We don't change the goal, but I'll change the plan. I'll change the route I take to get to that goal many times. But if you don't change the goal, I want you to think about it like World War II. All right. If you're from Germany, then this may not resonate with you. I hate to bring up old wounds, but y'all did some crazy shit. So you got to come in. All right. So I'm sure that the Union Army, I'm sure that the Allied Army had a fucking game plan if D-Day invasion didn't work. But the game plan was not, hey, maybe we can make friends with the Nazis, man. They're not so bad. I like Jewish people anyway. I'm sure that was not the plan, right? They probably had something else they would try if D-Day invasion didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to look at your goals like that. Like the plan is still, we're never going to change the goal of winning the war, but we'll take different routes, you know, as many times as we need to, right? Just think about that World War II example. All right. And that's kind of the game plan I go through when I'm making decisions, right? See, I look at, I see what the worst is that can happen is, right? Right. With first order, second order, and third order consequences. Then I also run it through the fear matrix, right? And maybe you have to, and sometimes I start with this if I'm just like super scared and I already know how to start with the fear matrix. But no matter what, we're going to run it through the fear matrix. And then boom, if we can tolerate the worst that can happen of all those consequences, then we're going to do this. All right. But we're also going to make a game plan to make sure that this doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And if you do that, you are likely to not make any big mistakes that you can't recover from. All right. Hope that helps. All right. Boom. Boom. Let's go. Do we got another super chat? I'm spinning today. I had enough caffeine to I had like two.
Still having.
Come on, I'm still drinking caffeine. Celsius don't even pay me for this shit. But I'm a stock
everywhere.
It's everywhere. Nima drinking Celsius.
The show is running on Celsius.
It's running on Celsius. They don't pay us. We owners. We stock owners. Like, check it out. Listen, guys. Oh yeah. Speaking of the Celsius investment, guys, it may be time to buy some more Celsius. It's coming again. Remember, I told y'all every time Celsius hits the 200-day moving average, we need to load up every time. It's started a little downtrend, but the overall trend is still super powerful. Like if we move out, right? So it's going through a correction, but it's done this before. Boom, 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 breaks out, boom, then falls and then shoots back up. It did it again here. And when it was coming down, I said, guys, if Celsius hit, it was like around right here. I said, if Celsius hits the 200-day moving average, load up. Boom. Shot up. Hey. All right. But then it came back down. I said, if Celsius hits the 200-day moving average, we load up. Right. And I know some of y'all did it. And if you would, I held my position. I'm still holding. Right. But if you could have got out and you would have been. Sorry, I can't. It went up fucking 87%. All right. It's all good. If you took that trade, you still up 36%. And if it comes down to the 200, you'll still be up 20%. And then we load up again. We reload. All right. Celsius does not pay me. We owners. All right. We got to pump this stock up, man. This our company now. It's like a hostile takeover. All right. we gotta make sure we pump the stock up. Joe Budden's right. We got to pump it up. All right. So listen, just keep watching. If it hits the 200-day, we load up. All right. As you can see, it's already oversold. This is the RSI, right? And this is the CSI. I mean, it's severely oversold. Listen, man, when it goes, it's going to go. When it goes, it's going to go. All right. So drink up, motherfuckers.
Dylan is asking, my dad doesn't understand that grinding is something I pride myself and can't understand wanting to work. Do I try and explain it to him?
Nah, man, you just show him the evidence, Dylan. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, he doesn't. If he's saying that, it's probably because maybe you haven't accomplished a whole lot that's visible to him right now. And that's okay. Because you a young dude, I know, because you commented many times. You know, once it's visible, he won't be able to say shit. Nobody will be able to say shit, right? But they can't understand it now. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, Dylan. Let's get it. Stay on the path.
We got Vara saying, loving the list of the hate. Do you have any other tips when it comes to changing what we associate with pleasure and pain?
The list of great. The list of hate, list of great. Those are the main things. Those are the main ways to utilize that. I talk about it more in the baller mindset course. So there's a few more examples in there. The baller mindset course is free. If you join the Victory Unit Discord, you can download it. The link's in the description. It's free.
You got the masculine investor saying,
yo, man, yeah, masculine investor, man. You know what I'm saying? That means when he hits fucking buy or sell, he hits it like a fucking boss. Let's go.
I don't know, man. This I don't know if I should read this.
He's 19 years old. Got his stepsister pregnant. She wants to keep it. What do I do? I wonder if is that real? Shit, man. You know? Listen, guys. That's why you need Thot repellent, man. Like, that's why we didn't get it out soon enough to save that brother, man. Now you gotta raise your brother's son. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta raise your brother's son, man.
Which brings us to the next one.
Yeah, listen.
We need the Thot repellent soon.
Why are y'all? This is a serious question. Why are you guys ejaculating inside of vaginas? Like, why are you doing that? Like, even with a condom on, I'm gonna pull out. That way, if she get pregnant, that's basically immaculate conception. It's little Jesus right there. You're gonna be turning water to wine. You're gonna be walking on water. You know what I'm saying? That's the second coming. You know what I'm saying? If he made it through my pull-out game and through the latex. No, but like, this is serious. This is serious. Hold on for a second. You know, how I'm gonna show you guys. Wait, man. Like, seriously, man. Oh, why? Okay. According to, yeah, I don't know why Bing showed up, but Microsoft hacked my shit. All right, so this is according to studies. This site, there's 2 studies here, right? The Cleveland Clinic is 80% effective. The pull-out method is 80% effective. I mean, yo, man, you motherfuckers need to be pulling out at least. And if you pull out with a condom, let's go to WebMD. Let's see if they have any more. Yeah, you guys, you don't need to do this, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. You don't have to do this. I want to find a study because it's actually super effective. Like, if you read the studies, it's actually pretty effective, you know. And if you wear a condom as well, like, there's no reason you should not be busting nuts inside of vaginas. Okay, the withdrawal method, according to that's Planned Parenthood. They be lying about shit. I need to find. Okay. Pull and pray method or extra protection. All right, this is a real study. All right, let's see who wrote this study, man. Lauren, she was studying nut busting. Dr. Lauren. All right. Among women at risk at unprotected pregnancy, 13% reported the withdrawal was most effective use in the last 30 days, but 30% had used. Most women withdraw. Conclusion. They asking hoes. All right. Yo, it's actually pretty effective, man. If you can pull out. Now, here's the thing. Oh, okay. Well, here, I think we got some, y'all. Do we got some? Sex researcher Rachel Kelly. She was studying nut busting, right? Published reports that suggest that the much maligned withdrawal method of birth control was nearly as effective as condoms. Let's see the study. Okay, all right. We got a real study. I'm not gonna read this shit. ABC summarized it for me. I'm not reading all this shit.
He also said it was a joke.
Oh, it was a joke. All right. but no, listen, we're here now. We're here now. All right. Because for real, I ain't never got nobody pregnant on accident in my life. My son was planned. All right. Man, you can read that. Yo, study on your own time. I'm telling you, man, it's super effective. I don't have time to do hardcore research in front of you guys, but it's super effective. And I know because I studied this before, right? And the only ways it really fucks up, it's not necessarily the pre-cum, which everyone says. What happens is if you bust twice, right? Let's say you bust a nut, you chill, then you do it again. Then that pre-cum stuff that was still in, you got to pee in between in between nut busts, because you got to pee out that nut that may have been like chilling in there. You got to pee that out, and you got to be able to pull out. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to pull out. Listen, don't be busting nuts in women, even if you have a condom on, unless you down to get pregnant. I'm telling you all this, man. Straight up. All right. Listen, this has been a public service announcement from King Keto Gymnasium Jesus. All right. Let's talk about some other shit. Let's get into the real talk today. Real talk. My fault. We do this shit live, man. So it'd be like that. Don't even worry about it. It's like a little party. Sponsored by Celsius. All right. Not for real. Okay. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can immediately be at least 20% happier. Right? Imagine if your emotional state rose 20%, and it's going to happen almost immediately. You won't need no recreational drugs. You won't need to do nothing crazy, go to an amusement park, right? You don't have to go to a nightclub. I'm talking about you can just go about your regular life, but you'll be 20% happier than you are right now. And this is important, right? Because not only does being happier actually make you happy, right? It's just cool to be happier, but being happier also helps you make more money. And I have proof of this. How do I get out of here? Not yet. So I'm gonna bring this up. So a long time ago, I read this book called I read this book called Scrum, The Art of Doing Twice the Work at Half the Time. And it was written by this motherfucker, Jeff. And Jeff and his homies, man, they were the consultants for big Fortune 500 companies and even a lot of military organizations, right? And they would come in to these organizations not to make them happier, but to improve productivity, help the people get more done. And what they noticed was that happiness leads to success in nearly every domain of our lives, including marriage, health, friendship, community involvement, creativity, and in particular, our jobs and business. Study after study shows that happiness precedes important outcomes and indicates of thriving. All right. So let me just show you let me go back here. So here's some of the study. So here's one of the studies they did, and my fault. Here's one of the studies they did. I'm sorry. So I'm fucking up. So one of the things they did when they would go into these big companies is they would do something called the happiness matrix, where they would ask all the employees, hey, what's your happiness level between 1 to 5? Right. And it would rank it and be anonymous, right? And employees would rank it. And what they noticed was that the happier the employees were, right, once the employees started to become happier, they noticed that the velocity of money and productivity would increase. And the happy emotions actually preceded the increase in revenue and production. And as soon as there was lower scores on the happiness matrix, they would notice that productivity and income would start to plummet as well. All right. And they have links to the studies if you guys want to go read this shit on your own time, you fucking nerd, or you could just fucking trust me. All right. But they went on to say in the book, that's right. People aren't happy because they are successful. They're successful because they're happy. Happiness is a predictive measure, right? And performance improves even if the people are only a little bit happier, right? So it's not like these people were becoming more successful, or they were doing better at work, or the job was doing better and they were happier. No, they were happier and they started performing better at their job. And I want you to just think about it. Just because you do something, right, doesn't mean that you do it well, right? Because the quality of your action is actually dependent on the state in which you do the action. For example, let's say your goal is you want to be a better dad. You want to be a better dad for your children. All right. And so that's the goal. Oh, that was dyslexia in action. All right. And then so the action you're going to take is you're going to spend time with your children. Spend time with kids. Maybe take them to the amusement park. You do some cool shit with them. Spend time. Help them with the homework. Play catch with them. Whatever. Right? But if your mental state, right, if the emotions you feel while you're taking the actions, right, is bad, right, state. Right? If it's a good, if your mental state is, if you're happy, right? Can they see this? Can they see the yellow if I write in yellow? All right, let me change it. So mental state. So if your mental state is good, right, positive, right, while you're spending time with your kids. Oh, it's Jesus. If you're doing it while you're in a positive mental state, hey, you'll accomplish the outcome, right? But if your mental state is negative, right, you're all fucking mad, ornery, pissed off, right? You might fuck around. You might fuck around and have a worse outcome, man. You fucking awful dad. Yelling at the kids, talking shit. Right? Think about your parents. Do you like to be around? When you were a kid, did you like to be around them when they was pissed and shit? No, right? Did you like to be around them when they were happy and positive? Yeah, right. And that's just that example. I'm gonna show you how to be immediately be happier in a minute. But first, I just feel like I need another example. Right? So let's say your girlfriend, she wants to be, the goal is she wants to be a great girlfriend. Right? She wants to make you happy, man. You her king. She wants to make you happy, right? Like a good woman should. So the action, hold on, I'm gonna write girlfriend just so this shit doesn't get misconstrued. All right. She wants to be a great girlfriend. Right? Right. And the action is she's going to suck dick. Because that's how you do it. That's how you become a good girlfriend, right? You know. Now let's say she's in a positive. She's super excited about it, man. You know, she's doing all the fucking twisty shit. You know what I'm saying? Slapping it on her fucking face. You know what I'm saying? Moaning and shit, telling you how much she loves it. You know, and all that shit, right? Then yeah, she'll accomplish the goal. She'll be a great girlfriend, right? But if she's like, if she like barely wants to do it, she's grossed out. Can you finish? Right? You know what I'm saying? Then she's gonna be single. Right? She's not gonna be nobody's girlfriend. And I say that to say, I'm not trying to be crude or vulgar. I just feel like that's a example that everyone can resonate with, right? The quality of your emotions while you're doing actions. The quality of the action depends on the emotions you are experiencing while you're taking the action. That makes sense. So how do you increase your happiness level, right? Well, there's 3 ways to change your emotions, right? There's one, you can change. There's one, you can change your environment. Right? Environment changes emotion, right? Environment changes emotion. So, when you're in different places, you feel different. They have different energy, different vibes, right? I think that's what the kids are saying, vibes, the vibes, or different people, right? When that fucking happy child runs in the room, everybody lights up, or a fucking puppy walks in the room, jumps on your lap, you'll be happy, even if you was in a bad mood before that, right? And so different people or different places, like that's why I start my morning. I walk. I leave my penthouse and I walk along the Atlantic Ocean. I do a little ocean walk every morning, and it puts me in a good mood, man. I see dolphins, sometimes manatees, other sea creatures. They come and say what up to me, and it improves my emotions. I feel good, right? So the environment, your physiology, the way you move your body. So when I had my office in New York, and we used to work at the office before we all went remote, I used to keep a trampoline in the balcony, and every time I feel like I didn't like the energy in the office, I would stop everything and make everyone jump on the trampoline. You can't jump on the trampoline without smiling, man. I dare you to try it. I dare you to try it. The way emotion creates emotion. The way you move your body actually controls your brain. There's a lot of studies on that. I don't want to get into it because we're not going to talk about that. The main thing we're going to talk about is the most powerful way to control your emotion is focus. Whatever you focus on, you will feel, whether it's real or not. You could cry right now if you started thinking about your dead grandma or some shit, or some fucking hoe who cheated on you or whatever. You could start crying right now, and it's not even happening to you right now. You can imagine your pet dying and get sad, and it's not even real. It's like a figment of your imagination, but it will affect your emotions, right? This is what we're going to focus on in this video. And because it's important, it controls the quality of your actions. And just like the homies showed in the book Scrum, right, when they did their research, it actually improves your performance in business, work, all areas of life, really. But you'll make more money if you're a happier person. And we're going to talk about controlling your focus. And here's why this is important. Before I tell you exactly what to do, I got to tell you one story. So my boy, Jeremy Hayes, he's one of the best Facebook ads managers in the world. Honestly, he's definitely one of the best in the world. And he had a client whose name I won't say, excuse me, but he was doing over $1 million a month in his business. And then when the election came, the last election, when it was Trump versus Biden, round 1, when they first went at each other in 2000, he was a big Trump supporter. And he was letting that shit, everything he posts, he stopped posting business shit. He stopped posting content that would build his business. Everything was some political shit. Everything was political, but it wasn't necessarily in support of the candidate he wanted to win, Trump. It was negative shit against Biden, against Republicans. Then it became, homophobic shit. And it became, his whole feed was this. I had to mute the motherfucker, man, because, I didn't want to see all that negativity. Right? Here's what happened. It started to really fuck with his brain. He's responding to the comments. And next thing you know, Jeremy hit him up and said, yo, man, like, listen, this is fucking up your ads. Like, it's not working. And other parts of his business started to fall. His employees started to leave. And basically this motherfucker went from $1 million a month to less than $100,000 a month during that election cycle. And this guy still lost. And he had to start all over. Jeremy had to fire him as a client. He's like, listen, man, I can't work with this, man. You're not giving me no work with you. I can't. I can't even run this kind of content on the ad platform, you know? And he later turned it around, but it cost him millions focusing on the wrong shit. I have another friend who's also a media buyer. He's one of the, he was a Google ad buyer. So, you know, he ran ads on Google and YouTube, and he was really good. He worked with some of the top guys in the internet marketing business. I'm not going to say his name either. And I was friends with this guy, and he got real into this shit too. And he got arrested after the election because he was one of the motherfuckers who stormed the Capitol. There's a photo of a motherfucker hanging from the rafters. That's my boy. What happens? He started focusing on the negative shit, and then it ruined his life for no reason, right? Motherfucker went to jail, prison for that shit. All right. So here's the thing. I say all that to say this. This is what you're going to do. You're going to instantly become 20% happier in life. And it stands to reason your life will improve substantially. Right? So this is going to be the focus matrix. Right? And this is how you decide what you're going to focus about, what you're going to give a fuck about. All right? Because you can't give a fuck about everything, and you can't give a fuck about everything equally. Right? One of my good friends, Mark Manson, he wrote a book on this topic called the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Right? And this is my interpretation. Right? So you want to think, all right, here's the thing. Is this something, can I change this? All right. You want to think, can I change this? Oh, okay. No, I won't take it. I can change this. I can. No, it's like, it's got to be like I can change it. All right. I can't change this. Oh. Right. For example, this may come as a surprise to you, man, but it's like some war going on in the Middle East right now. Fun fact, it don't matter what time in history you watch this video, that statement will be this true. It could have been 20 years from now, 20 years ago, 20 years from now. That statement will always be true. Can I change it? Oh, it's gonna this might look like I can't. It probably looks like I shouldn't give a fuck about this. All right, but we'll go on. So that's on that axis. Will it affect me? Will it affect me? Okay, no, it will affect me or my family. All right. So it will affect. I don't think that's right. Check though. Hold on. You were right. You were right. Which one is it? Okay. Oh, make it more legible. I have dyslexia, guys, so don't make fun of me. Gotta punish you for that. What?
If you want to say I will be affected. If you want to say it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say it. It's supposed to be a T. It will affect me or my family It's difficult to read. I know. Don't worry about it. Take your own notes. It won't affect me or my family. Oh. You can put friends too. I just don't want to write all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Family, friends, the homies. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. All right. Here we go. So here's the thing. This is how you look at it. Hey, man, there's a problem going on in the world. Oh, shit. Can I change it? No. All right. So over here. Will it affect me and my family? Hey, we can confidently ignore this. Right? I mean, listen. I know, this shit going on in the Middle East, but it won't affect none of my family. And I can't change it. So it's like, why should I fucking stress myself out about it, man? Right? Because there's so much stuff you can care about. There's so much stuff going on around. And there's beautiful things, wonderful things going on in the world. Why? If I'm thinking about this, I'm not thinking about all the wonderful things that's going on in the world. I'm not thinking about all the good things that are happening. I'm not thinking about all the good things that are happening in my community, in my life, all the things I should be grateful for, right? All the blessings I have, or more importantly, all the things that I can actually have an impact on. Right. There are some people's lives who I can change. Right. So if, for example, and this is important because you can only focus on one thing at a time. You can only think about one thing at a time. That's the way your brain works. It can only think at one thing at a time. So if you say you got a lot going on in your brain, you're thinking about a lot of shit, you're not thinking about it all at once. You're switching back and forth from thinking about different things. You can only focus on one thing at a time. If you don't believe it, try to meditate. Focus on your breath for 5 minutes. Watch how soon your mind wanders, right? You can only focus on one thing at a time. All right. So check this out. We should only really give a fuck about the shit on this side, the things we can change, right? Because if I could stop the war in Iraq, I would do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, or I don't know if there's a war in Iraq right now, but I'm assuming there probably will be by the time this video gets published, right? I meant to say the Middle East. But shit moves fast over there, I ain't got no friends and family over there. All right, man. Then I'm gonna ignore that, right? And so it was funny, man. Like I see, every time, ever since what it was what's the fucking country? Gaza, man. You know what I'm saying? The fuck Palestine. Ever since shit was going on in Palestine and Israel, right? DJ Khaled is Palestinian, right? And every time he does an Instagram post, the flood is like, oh, you're not even saying nothing to do your people. The fuck is DJ Khaled gonna do? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, no, you people are really mad. First of all, you're mad that DJ Khaled is not saying anything. First of all, one, you can't change DJ Khaled. And two, you know what I'm saying? DJ Khaled's Instagram posts probably don't affect your friends and family. But more importantly, DJ Khaled Instagram posts do not affect global foreign policy. I do not believe that Benjamin Yahoo is making his policy decisions based off DJ Khaled IG posts, right? I really don't think it matters. I don't think Benjamin Yahoo gives a fuck what DJ Khaled says. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Benjamin is going to be like, fuck, man. Listen, guys, everyone can hear. DJ Khaled said that we need to free Palestine. I think we need to reconsider our strategy. I just don't think it works like that, right? But people are getting worked up and angry about it, right? You don't have to give a fuck about everything. You know what I'm saying? You need to be focused on things you can control, right? So, all right. So there's some issue going on. All right. Can I change this? Will it affect my friends and family? All right. Let's say you can change it, right? But it won't affect your friends and family. Maybe, fuck that shit, man. Who gives a fuck, right? And very few things fall into this category, right? And let's say that you can't change it, but it will affect your friends and family. All right, you probably need to care about this, right? If it affects your friends and family, you probably need to care about this, but you know, now you got to take evasive action, right? Right? You can change it, and it will affect you, and it will affect your friends and family. This is where like almost all of your, this is where all your focus should be. And the beauty of this is, one, focusing your energy here, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I would argue that maybe you shouldn't fucking focus on this too much. It depends, right? I'm gonna put both of them on here, right? Because what you're gonna be doing, you're not gonna be stressing over. You're gonna be figuring out a way to help them take evasive action, right? But then you can't change it, right? I don't know if it affects your friends and family. There's almost nothing that fits in this category, right? Most of your focus should go here. I'm gonna put it like, you know, a little bit, but most of your focus should go here because that's the shit that'll change your life. And if you only focus on that shit, one, you'll be happier because there's so much shit you don't have to care about now. Think about how much shit you don't have to care about now. For example, I have a lot of conservative friends, real conservative, and I see them getting super upset about like transgender shit all the time, and they're posting about it. I'm like, yo, listen, I don't know where y'all hang out, where transgenders are a big part of your motherfucking life, but I lived in Manhattan for 15 years, and I might have saw 2 of them motherfuckers in my whole life, right? This, like, if you Google it, like they represent less than 1% of the population, right? It's like not, no matter what side of that thing you're on, it's not, you shouldn't give a fuck about it because you probably don't know one, and it probably won't affect your friends and family. And then it's like, but they're super upset about it, man. Nah, man, this ain't where you need to be. Oh, but they're teaching it in our schools. I'm like, nah, man, no, they're not. I got family members in school, like I got school age family members in all over the country, and ain't none of them ever got no gay homework, no training book reports, right? Like it's not a thing. It's fucking make believe. It's fake. It's like they're like less than 1% of the population, but they're getting all worked up about it and really upset about it over nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't affect your family, and you can't change it. Like you can't change that 1%, right? So you don't have to give a fuck about most things, in which case you'll be way happier. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give a fuck about politics because you can't change it. You can vote, but the elections are gonna be decided by a very small percentage of the population. You know, people who live in swing states, undecided voters in swing states. And if you're not one of them, you probably don't have a lot of influence on that shit, right? But you can. That's why I put it like here, right? You can take evasive action, right? You can game plan how to protect yourselves and your family against it, right? So I'm gonna put it like half. Right. But once you stop giving a fuck about almost everything, seriously, it's almost everything, and put all of your focus here, 2 things happen. One, your life improves because now you're focusing on the things you can fucking change. Right? You can't change the whole world, but you can change your world. Right? You can change your world today, but you can't change the whole world. Right? But once you start doing that, your life will improve and you'll just be happier because you're not letting all this other shit piss you off, man. I see people arguing about Drake and Kendrick Lamar, like getting straight mad about it. I see motherfuckers getting mad, angry about it. I'm like, yo, who gives a fuck? I mean, it's okay to have an opinion, but like, you don't have to get emotional about a rap beef. You don't have to get emotional about most things. If it doesn't fit in these categories, you don't have to care. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to care. I got liberal friends who do the same shit. They be tripping over fucking shit. I'm like, yo, you know, you don't have to give a fuck about this shit, right? You'll be way happier, right? If it doesn't affect your friends, family, or yourself, who gives a fuck, man? Right? And if you can't change it, stop caring. I promise you, you will be significantly happier if you adopt this, right? So I'm trying to think of way more examples. Like this is way more examples. Fucking the stock market. Oh, it's moving. Listen, man, you don't control that shit. All you can do, it will affect your friends and family, right? So all you can do is take evasive actions, try to plan around it, the economy, all this shit, right? But you don't have to get emotional about all this shit, man. I'm telling you, fucking wars in some country you ain't never been to, some people you don't know, you don't have to care. You don't have to care, man. You don't have to care about most social issues. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give a fuck, but you should definitely give a fuck about the things you can change. And you should focus on that with all your might. Because if you focus 100% on the things you can control, then your life will improve exponentially. Think how much time you spend caring about shit that's not really important. It may seem important because motherfuckers are talking about it in the news, motherfuckers are arguing about it. But if it won't affect your life or your friends or your family, who gives a fuck? Right? It's wasted energy and it makes you unhappy for no reason. Right? But if you can do this, you'll be so much happier because you don't have to give a fuck about all this other shit. And you'll be actually improving your life and the lives of your friends and family in a real way, in a real tangible way. You get what I'm saying? Instead of doing dumb shit. Right? So, for example, with the Florida, they passed this bill that they call it the Don't Say Gay bill. And it was so like teachers can't say like gay shit in school or whatever, right? But that wasn't an issue before, right? The motherfuckers spent time, legislation, taxpayer dollars to do shit that it really wasn't an issue. My niece and nephew live in Florida. They go to public school here, right? Well, one of them was a private school, I know, because I pay for it, right? But they were going to public schools when their father was alive. They never got no gay homework. It was bullshit, but motherfuckers was tripping about it. You know what I'm saying? And it was tax dollars were spent on it, but we didn't fucking tackle the real shit, the real problems. How about Florida's schools? The students, their fucking test scores have dropped 50% over the last 20 years, right? Childhood obesity is up like 20-30% over the last few years, right? The real shit that really affects them. Instead, they focused on fucking this shit. And yeah, they passed it. But I just know that was a good way for the lawmakers to. This just takes work. So don't do that in your own life. Don't fix problems that aren't effective, that aren't real. Like focus on the real shit that can actually improve your life. And you don't have to give a fuck about almost anything. You know what I'm saying? I see motherfuckers mad, super mad about, and I'm not trying to bash conservatives. Like, I moved to Florida, to be on some conservative shit, it's just for really save on taxes, I'm more of a libertarian. I don't give a fuck what people do. But anyway, a lot of my friends are super upset about like I guess it was like it was like a fucking swimmer who identified as a woman and he got into the motherfucking, he beat some real girls in swimming and they were super upset about it. And yeah, it sucks, right? But none of my friends or family are fucking swimmers. And can't nothing get me to give a fuck about women's sports. Ain't nothing gonna get me to start giving a fuck about women's sports. You don't give a fuck about women's sports either, and you can't name five female athletes, current female athletes, without Googling this shit. Nor should you. Nobody can. We don't have to give a fuck about almost anything. You'll be way happier. You'll make way more money. People may call you selfish. Oh man, but what about the other people? Listen, I can't fix the whole world, but I can fix my world. I can fix the world of the people around me. I can fix the world of the people in my vicinity, but I can't change the whole world. I'm just one man, and so are you. All right. Change your world, improve your world, improve the world of the people around you. Fuck all that other shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Focus on improving the lives of yourself and the people around you, and you'll be way happier. I promise you. Do we got any more chats or not? All right, cool. I hope I articulated that well. I guess I could have. Hope you guys got that. Hope you guys got that, man. Hope you guys are getting this. All right. I'm about to jump into this next one. We got more shit to talk about. Again, guys, all your super chats go towards research and development, the thought repellent. We need this to come out into the market, man. We can't not do it without your help. All right. Every day, a baller falls victim to one of these stocks. You can't let it happen. This is something you can change. You can change it with one super chat. You can save a baller from one of these hoes. All right. Let's get into habits of a winner. Somebody says the audio is fucked up. Wait a minute, do y'all hear something weird or is it good? Like, let me know.
Should be good, but let us know if there's any.
Let us know if y'all hear anything weird, man. You got a little time delay. I don't want to keep going if the audio's fucked up. Let us know. Just type 1 in the chat if the audio is dope. And I'll wait. Maybe it's real fucked up. They can't hear nothing. Let me know, man. What's the audio talking about?
No, he said it's good.
It's good? All right, cool. Yeah. Yo, that's a long time delay on StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the shit I said, they just now hearing the shit I said yesterday. All right. Bruce Lee said, if you love life, don't waste time, because time is what life is made of, right? And you've all heard time is money. Time is money. You've heard that a million times in your life. And I'm going to show you how to manage your time in a way where you get more done so you can make more money and enjoy life more. All right. Because anybody can just hustle and ignore their family, friends, health, and all the other aspects of life, right? But I wouldn't call that person successful, right? The person I think is successful is a person who's fucking balling out of control, has an amazing relationship with their family, has some great friends, and finds time to enjoy his money now instead of waiting till he's an old ass guy and and he can't get no hot girls. And he's got to fucking buy prostitutes with his money, right? That's not the goal. Right? Let's enjoy everything now. And in order to do that, you need to utilize what I call baller time management. And I'm well suited to show you guys how to do this, right? Because if you've watched my ascension over the last few years, you see me on YouTube. I was in an old apartment in Queens, right, making YouTube videos. Now I'm fucking penthouse Miami on oceanfront. Saying Richard Mills, APs, balling, shot calling, multi 8-figure businesses. And at the same time, I'm still having a lot of fun. I still have time to. YouTube is not even my fucking main business. Like, this shit is a hobby. YouTube doesn't even make me money. It costs me money to make YouTube. I pay fucking Nima, the producer, more money than we make on AdSense. Significantly more. Like, this is just a fucking hobby to me, So I say that to say I'm still able to have hobbies and perform these hobbies at a high level, right? While making mad money, great relationship with my big titty. Still got a great relationship with my big titty, big booty girlfriend. That's right. She got both. People would be like, tits or ass. I'm fucking both, man. It's abundance, baby. Got an amazing relationship with my family, amazing relationship with my son. And I'm gonna show you how to do it too, because time management is what it's all about. All right. So the way we're going to do this, the way you want to use this, the cornerstone to baller time management is the foundation of this is you want to live out of your calendar. I meant to put black. Live out of your calendar, right? People don't fail to plan, they plan to fail. So every time some asshole tells me, hey, man, I just don't have time. I say, hey, let me see your calendar. And it's fucking blank, or they never utilized it, right? It's just an idea. And I'm just like, fucking asshole, man. Of course, if you don't plan your time, you plan to fail, right? So you want to live out of your calendar. That's the first part. You got to live out of it. And some people will I'm gonna bring up my calendar, and some of you guys are gonna see this, and you're gonna think, "Oh man, his life is too rigid, or it's too many constraints." No, these are liberating constraints, right? Because what happens is when you start living out of your calendar and you start acting in accordance to what's on your calendar, and your day is planned, you end up. It's like you have way more time throughout the day. I can accomplish way more within 24 hours than the average person can, because they're trying to figure shit out on the fly. So let me show you what my calendar looks like. And then I'm also going to show you how to set this up so you can start balling, shot calling simultaneously. All right. So here's today, right? You see right now I'm filming the podcast. If you're watching this in the future, this is a video from the podcast, right? But my whole day is planned, like every hour, every day, from the time I wake up, 4:30, boom, practice, AM cardio, shower, shave, boom. Then I watch my sales calls for my sales team. Then I do my sales team training, right? Then trade. Then I do another work. Then I do another workout. Then I study for a little bit. Then this was a block time. Then I do the accounting. Then I prep for the podcast. Then I had some meetings. They snuck a little workout in there. Had another workout. I didn't do this. I'll explain later, right? Then I went on live on IG for a minute. I was doing cardio at the same time. I do it on my exercise bike. I have a desk bike or a dike, and I was going while I was doing cardio for an hour. I was out also answering questions on IG Live. Then I went and did the podcast. After this, I'm gonna prep for bed. Boom, get a little meditation in and go to sleep, man. Sleep at 10. Boom, wake up at 4:30. Right, my whole day is choreographed. But here's the thing: my whole week is like that. Right, I have this shit fucking planned out. Like I don't leave this shit to chance. Yeah, I don't leave this shit to chance. My whole week is legitimately planned out every hour. And there's some white space, which gives me room, and we'll talk about what that means. But I didn't mean for that to happen. But it's important that you have this, because what happens now is when I wake up, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I can follow a game plan. I don't have to think, and this reduces cognitive load. Right? This does a few things for you. One, first of all, it reduces cognitive load. What I mean by that is, when you have to think about shit and you have to remember things in your brain, right? It causes something called cognitive load, right? And if you have too much cognitive load, that causes stress and it decreases performance and effectiveness. There's tons of studies that show this, right? So now I don't have to think about what I'm gonna do. I just execute, right? I just execute, right? I don't have to think about it, right? But another advantage is I reduce mistakes. Well, not reduce mistakes. I get more done. I'm gonna say. I get way more done each day than the average person, because the average person is just kind of going about their day haphazardly, right? People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan, right? So my day is choreographed. I know exactly what's going to happen. I got a game plan, right? And here's the thing. It's not as rigid as it looks, right? I can move stuff around. So if something happens, something comes up, like this workout, I'll go to tomorrow. Oh, fuck. I'll go to tomorrow, right? So I know I got a date with Shorty, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow. I'm supposed to go on IG Live, but let's say something happens and I need to do something at 3, something comes up. All right, I can move this around, right? So it's not as rigid as it looks, right? But it's choreographed. I got a game plan, and you got to have a game plan if you want to be covered in name brand, right? And this is how I do this every month too. So if I bring in my monthly schedule, you can't really see everything, but the whole shit is planned out in advance. So now I can just execute. I can just wake up and execute. You get what I'm saying? Now, the next thing you need, how do you set this up? Well, you set this up around your goals. So you have to do goal planning. right? And what does that look like? So you want to see what are your yearly goals, and then break it down in the quarterly goals, right? Break those down in this step, what you're going to do each quarter, then monthly, what are you going to do each month, right? Then weekly, then what are you going to do today? And you put all of that in a calendar. But I take it a step further, whereas I use a program called Trello. You could do this in Notion too. Hold on, let me see. Oh, fuck. Hold on, I got to restart it. Give me a second. Hold up. We do this live, man. All right, this is live. Not everybody can do this live because they're afraid of them. They're afraid of this shit. What the fuck is happening? All right, wait a second. Oh, should I use the browser? Let me just see let's see how difficult it is for me to log in. All right. Yes, time to use a browser. Good call, Nima. That's why you're the best producer. Nima's the best producer, man. He's like, listen, the best producers in the world. P. Diddy. Yeah, he's a dope producer. You know what I'm saying? Harvey Weinstein. Ill producer, man. He made some good movies. Nima producing the podcast. Best producers in the world, man. We out here. All right. Hold on. Let me find it. Okay, this is the template. Sure. All right. So what I do is for the yearly one. So I said I go into I keep forgetting this. It's just weird. All right. So what I do is I go into Trello and I make a board, and then I set up these different columns, right? So it's to do all the things I need to do, right, to accomplish whatever the goal is. Then I kind of put a timeline on them next month, this month. These are the ones I like to have. The beauty of Trello is you can set this up the way you want it. This is how I like to have it. Next week, this week, tomorrow, today, and then stuff I'm doing now, and then this shit is done. So let's say I have my goal for the year. Let's say I have a goal, right? Let's say the goal is to, I don't know. We can go to a fitness goal, or let's say the goal is to fuck your mama, right? Right now, of course, I wouldn't fuck your mama, right? She fat and ugly, right? But this is just for example. All right. So the goal is to fuck your mama. All right. Well, first, I gotta get yo mama. I wouldn't fuck your mama with my worst enemy's dick. All right. Get your mama's number. Then maybe I gotta, you know what I'm saying, slide in your mama's DM. Maybe I do that first. You know what I'm saying? Get a number, man. It's probably going to take only one date to fuck your mama, but I'm going to give myself two. You know what I'm saying? Set up. Date with your mama. Go on date with your mama. All right. You know what I'm saying? I could probably fuck your mama on the first date, man. All right. So she a hoe. All right. So so now we got to put deadlines for this, right? That's the beauty. That's the beauty of Trello. You can put deadlines on each thing. So I go in here. All right, man. I need to fuck your mama by April 30th. End of the month. All right, cool. So so we got a due date on that shit. Boom, it's right here. All right. So we slide. That's this month. All right. Boom. I got let's see. First thing I gotta do, I gotta slide in your mama's DM. Slide in that hoe's DM. See what that bitch talking about. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I got shit to do today. All right. Cool. Hey man, slide in your mom's DM. So that's gotta go. That's tomorrow. Right? Oh. Where is it? Oh. All right, slide in your mom's DM tomorrow. All right. What else we got on here? All right, set up date with this hoe. Hold up. Put a date on this. Come on. What is this? All right, set up date with her. I should have a date. I have a date set up with her Saturday, man, because I might not respond by the time she hit me back, right? So that's gonna be this week. All right. And I gotta get her number. That's probably gonna happen around the same time. I'm gonna set up the date with the bitch. All right. Cool. We're gonna do that this week. And the date's gonna be for the following week. I look at my calendar. Let's say I looked at my calendar. I said, I got some time for that hoe. I got some time for that hoe on Friday. And I'm gonna fuck that bitch on Friday. Oh, I put this in the wrong. All right. Friday and next week. All right, cool. Now we got our goal. We set up our goal. We set up every step of the goal, and then we set up deadlines for each step. All right. So what's going to happen is now we go into our calendar. All right. Now I'm not going to use this calendar. Take it off here because I got to switch calendars. I'm going to put it on my bullshit calendar. All right. This one's not real because I don't want to fuck up my real one with that dumb shit. All right. All right. So, like I said before, I got to slide in that bitch's DM tomorrow. When am I going to do it? Right. So today's the 18th. When do I got time to say my calendar was filled up? All right. I know 2 p.m. Slide in your mama's DM. All right, slide in that bitch's DM. It don't take that long. It's only gonna take like 15 minutes, man. So I'm gonna just put it in there real quick. All right. Next thing I gotta do. So I gotta set up date with this hoe. All right, and I'm gonna do that. That's supposed to be done on Saturday. Boom. We got that in the calendar. And we just do that for every go. I'm not going to do it right now. We do that for every go, right? For every step. We do that for every step. I'm not going to do it right now. Now, as it happens, what is cool is, let's say it's tomorrow. Next day, boom, I'll move it over here. Oh, this is the shit I got to do today. Cool. I got a to-do list. And then when it's done, I'll move it over here. You know what I'm saying? But if it doesn't get done, let's say it doesn't get done and some came up, it happens. That's fine. I just move it over here. Maybe I change the date. You feel me? Then I can change the date. And I don't know, I'm gonna do that on the 20th. Then I also go to the calendar. I need to find another time on the 20th to DM this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I move it there too. You get what I'm saying? So this is why I keep track of the progress I'm making on my goals. Right. And you want to do that for every goal. And as they get done, you move them over here. Boom. I did that. Oh, did that. And you just keep moving them over until you accomplish your goal. And you can move them around. Like shit ain't going to go according to plan 100%. But as long as you don't take it off the board and you keep moving the dates around, you'll eventually accomplish that goal. Now that's how you get goals. But what's most important is you plan your whole life in the calendar, right? And you can set up recurring tasks for this shit, right? So I have, for example, let's say when you wake up, I don't know what time you guys wake up, but just when, maybe you do your workout in the end, workout. Boom. You put that in the calendar. The beauty of Google Calendar is I can do this. I can set up. I can make it repeat. So let's say I do that shit every day. Or maybe just Monday through Friday. Boom. Monday through Friday, that's when I work out. As you see, it's going to be like that every day. And then I set up my meals. You can set up everything. You can set up if you have meetings, you can put in, and I have that shit. I have, like, in mine, there are recurring meetings. Hold up. I have certain tasks are just in here. Like when I'm gonna do accounting, right? When I'm a study, this moves around a lot. All my meetings are in here. This is a recurring task: filming this podcast, prepping for sleep, waking up, and so I put in all the recurring stuff. So my day is choreographed, my weeks are choreographed, and here's the thing: the beauty of this is once you set up a recurring task, it like does everything for you, right? So now it's just in here. It's just in here. All right. And then what? I'll take that off. That was for something else. This is not my real calendar. This is just the example one I use. But it'll be in there, like you see, and you can set up all your recurring tasks in here. And then the beauty of it is once you have your recurring tasks, the stuff that you have to do every day or most days, even if it's not every day, like you can set up some shit like, let's say you have a meeting 3 times a week, meeting, or let's just say it's a random meeting. It's this time, but it's not every day. It's a weekly meeting, right? So boom, you set that up weekly on Monday, and it recurs, right? So basically, you just set up all your recurring tasks. Everything is in there, right? And then you go in here, and then you plug in your goals, because it's different. You can have goals, you can make all these goals and make all these plans, but what people don't tell you is you need your calendar to know when you're going to do the things. Like you can make all these steps. Like, when are you going to do the things? That's where the calendar comes in. So you have a detailed plan with deadlines for every step. And then you go on your calendar and put in when you're going to do the things. You get what I'm saying? And they go around your other life. And you can put other shit in here, right? So I have date night with my girl, or I still spend time with my girl. I still, this week I was just super busy, so I don't have a lot of recreation in here. But I got, my son doesn't live in, he doesn't live in the same state as me. So we FaceTime twice a week at least, and I visit him every other weekend. I fly to him and I visit him every other weekend. We was just in Disney World for like a whole week. We got the VIP passes, skipping lines, skipping all these little poor kids. And I felt like it was important for him to see that, man, when you're poor, you got to wait in line. You know what I'm saying? If you're rich, you go to the front. It was like a life lesson. And anyway, right. So let me go back here. So when you goal plan, right, you got to have deadlines for each step. Deadline for each step, and then you put it in your calendar. Right? And then, though, you plan your whole life in calendar, right? So if one of my homies hits me up and say, yo, we need to go, let's go to the gun range this weekend, I'll put that shit in my calendar. In fact, I have to. I'm just going to abbreviate that, right? This is where your life is choreographed, right? So what we have here is now your life has structure. And here's the thing: it sounds like it's difficult to do. It sounds like it'd be rigid, but it's actually freedom, right? Because you get more done. You'll notice you'll get way more done. I'll just put freedom. Because if you look at my shit, man, I'm doing so much more. I'm getting so much more done even today than the average motherfucker probably does in like multiple days. I'm getting shit done because it's choreographed. This is how I plan out my whole life, you know? And you don't have to neglect your family. I don't want you to. You don't have to neglect your health. I don't want you to. I got my workouts in here. You know, if I was to zoom out, you would see the whole days I'm gonna be spending with my son. I'm taking my nieces and nephews to the park. I'm spending time with them, but it's all planned, it's all choreographed, and everything works within the plan, and it becomes beautiful. And you'll get way much more done than just waking up, figuring out what to do. It reduces cognitive load, so you don't have to think about what to do. Now you just follow the plan. You just follow orders, right? This is why the military's so effective. Motherfuckers don't have to make decisions, right? The decisions are made for them by the officers, and the enlisted men just go out and execute. You know what I'm saying? And now, so you can wake up and you go out and execute every day, and don't be afraid to move shit around. If like tomorrow something happens at 2 and I can't do the accounting, then I'll still do it. I'll just move it to a different time. Maybe I'll do it at this time. And here's the thing: if it's a recurring event, they'll ask you, do you want to make the change for all of them or just this event? I'm gonna make it for just this event. Boom. It's cool. I know I'm doing the accounting at that time, right? I know I get this meeting at this time. I know I'm be trading at this time. You're just like, it's all, the whole shit is choreographed, and you'll get so much more done. All right, I have another video that will help you about this. I got another video to help you be more productive, and I'll go over my top productivity hacks to help you get more done in less time. Go watch that video right now. All right. Yo, I think we got a super chat.
Yes, we do. We got 2 actually.
All right.
Yep. Dave says, yo, Brandon, getting into sales soon and would love some advice. What books do you recommend? What are some lessons that have changed your perspective on sales? Keep being great, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. Well, so sales is a lot about, it's all kind of what I talked about earlier. It's all state control, right? It's all state control, because sales is 100% mental game. It's 100% mental game. And because, it's not like basketball where the shot has to go in, or it's not like something else where it's like the performance is based off something you do. It's based off your mental state will control it, because it's not even what you say, it's how you say it. Kind of like, for example, if I say, I didn't say he punched his wife. 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 I didn't say he punched his wife, right? I said the same words, but it meant 5 different things based off how I said it. You know what I'm saying? And sales is like that. Like, your state will be detected no matter if you say the right words or not. It's the meaning behind it. Like, one of my sales guys, we were doing a training today, and he said some shit that was like wrong. Like, on paper it would have been wrong. If I read it, I would have been upset. But the way he said it, it was like, it worked. It was fine, And so you got to really learn how to control your state, especially when you're talking to these other people, because you got to be able to control their state and not let them control yours. But in order to not let them control yours, you have to be rock solid. You have to be really well versed at state control, and you have to be in firm possession of the ability to handle your state, because the decisions people make, this is very important. The decisions people make are based off the emotions they feel at the time they make the decisions, right? We've all been super horny and had sex with maybe somebody we wouldn't have to if we weren't horny, right? That's why I'm not down with no fat, man. Motherfuckers be out here. You no fat for long enough, man, you'll fuck anyone. All right. But if you fucking bust one off, right, then now you chill. Hey, you could be more discerning, more discriminate about who you have intercourse with, man. But if you've been no fapping for a month, you out here like a hyena, you might fuck around and fuck a 6. I'm sorry, that made me throw up a little bit in my mouth. But I know some of y'all, man, the 6 is the goal, man. You hoping you get a 6, or maybe you specialize at 6. You might be the 6th guy. We all have different dreams and aspirations, right? But the decisions we make are based off the emotions we make at the time we make the decision. I have a friend who's doing life in prison because he killed 2 people, double homicide. And he was fucking super mad. He was really angry, but he killed, and he let his motherfucking gun off. Had he been calm and cool, he wouldn't have killed those people. He'd still be out. He'd still be a free man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the decisions people make are based off the decisions they make, that based off the emotions they feel at the time they make the decision. So you have to get them in a buying state. If they're all scared, fearful, or just not in the state to buy, right? They won't make the purchase, right? But if they're in the right state, they'll make the right decision, you know? And you got to be super good at changing other people's state. And when you get good at it, it's like a superpower, though. It's like a superpower. So I have full faith in my ability to go anywhere and command the state. I can, like, the same way a puppy can go in a room and make everyone happy, or a bunny baby can make someone happy on accident, right? You know, they make the whole room happy. I can do that on purpose because I've trained myself to, right? So I can go in a room and I can start fucking shaking people's hands, giving people high fives, changing people's state. And I see it all the time. And if you were around me, you would see it too, right? You know, Nima's been places with me, man. You see me fucking motherfuckers light up when I enter the room. But I do this intentionally. It's not because I'm so dope. It's because my plan is to change everyone's state. It's not necessarily, though, because I want to get anything from them or because I'm a good person. It's because I don't want their fucking shitty state to affect mine. States are contagious, right? If you ever been around somebody who's all fucking depressed and sad, you start getting depressed and sad. If you're around somebody all upbeat, happy, excited, you start getting happy, excited. You got to be cause, not effect, especially in sales, though. But you want to do it in life, too. It's just a good way to live. Everywhere you go, man, you bring the fucking good energy. Motherfuckers like to be around you. Women don't want to have sex with you, man. It's dope. It's dope.
He can also watch the full live that we had with Jeremy.
Oh, yeah. I know the best sales trainer, and he don't pay me to say this, I just think he's the best, is Jeremy Minor. And the reason I like his sales shit more, it was just like my dad. The same shit my dad would say. My dad was a good salesperson. And he had an unconventional style of selling. He wasn't trained or nothing. He didn't graduate from high school, but he got real good at selling, just doing it. And Jeremy's the only person that I know who says this, like, it's almost some of the exact same shit that my dad said, you know. And that's why he's the man. Watch my video with Jeremy Minor.
Okay, David asking updates on your Section 8 properties. Keep killing it, big bro.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I got one right now, and we about to get a broke nigga in there immediately. So that's what we're working on right now. We had to do some rehabs on it first, and then I'm gonna buy some more. But yeah, we doing it, man. It's dope. You know, my plan is to have a good amount by the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Oh, when I get money starts going on my phone, that means that's my alarm. I'll get money by 50 Cent. When that comes on, that's how you know it's time to end the podcast. This has been another episode of the Victory Talk podcast. Hey, before we get up out of here, make sure you subscribe to the Big Money Methods newsletter. Link is in the description. It's free. Just go to his website, put your email in here right now. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be straight.
Also, I just wanted to say, since they're asking about the Notion template we talked about, I'm just going to let them know, we're going to add it to that video. Probably I'm going to do my best to do it tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, so just go there and you'll be able to duplicate it on your own Notion.
All right, guys. Get about it. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. All right? Peace.